Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. Today, we're talking about ramen, Amish, and miniatures.
Ooh, sounds like we're shopping small. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. I'm Allison Burns,
I'm Lulu Picard.
and this is episode 271. All
Whoa.
right. We're so excited. If you've never been here before, let me tell you a little bit about it. So, we're about to take a fake $10,000 and spend it in a very real place around the world. We've done the research. We got to do it in 24 hours. And the place we've picked is all because one of our listeners gave us a magic word. And if you want to give us a magic word, you can do it. Just go to our website, 10kdollarday.com, and click submit a word. It's that easy. It takes 5 minutes, and we'd love to hear your voices on this podcast. But first, before we get into that, we're going to talk about obsessions. We're going to talk about wish lists. And then at the end, we have a little improv segment. So hold your horses. And speaking of horses, we had some of you do our horse maze from a couple weeks ago. And those of you that sent us pictures of you completing this maze literally made my life. Stephanie, you were one of them. So that was amazing. Thank you for that. And if you did your horse maze and you want to send it to us, send it to us.
We'll take it. We'll
We'll
take
take
your horse
it.
mazes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, what you should do is sign up for our newsletter. Again, go to our website, 10kdollarday.com, and click newsletter. And you only get it once a week. So we're not spamming you.
No,
We're not sending you weird memes or, cat
just horse,
videos,
just horse mazes.
just horse mazes. Oh, it's amazing. All right, but let's go ahead and jump right into obsessions. Lulu,
Yeah.
what's your obsession this week?
Okay, I am obsessed with my new e-reader,
And what's that?
like a Kindle,
Oh,
but
oh,
but I didn't get a Kindle.
it's an e-reader.
Well, it's just a different brand, but most people would just
Oh,
like say, "Oh, you got a Kindle," right? Because
okay.
it's like Kleenex, I think. But I did some research and I found another brand that was cheaper that had all of the stuff that I wanted from the most expensive Kindle
Yeah.
because I'm really big on buttons. Allison, this is not going to be interesting to you because you don't read, but for
Ah.
the 50% of you that are on my side here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like an e-reader. First of all, I prefer real books, but that's not in my life right now. I have to carry everything.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. But with an e-reader, I want a button because if you don't have a button, you have to move your hand to turn the page. I'm a lazy reader.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
If your hand's here and you're just like click at a click with your thumb,
Because
there's
normally you have to swipe, right?
yeah, you have to swipe. And I understand that's like turning a page. I get it. I get it. But it's just different. And I was really happy.
Yeah.
It's waterproof, so I can go in the
Oh,
bath.
game changer.
I mean, it's everything. So I have the Kobo Libra, I think.
Okay.
Well, I have a Kobo anyway. And it's about half the price of the ones that are sold by Amazon.
Okay.
And I love it so
Do
far.
you upload books to it, or is there an app? Is it an app that you can actually buy books from it?
I am so glad you asked, Allison, because in my
Okay.
previous experience with Kindles, which they may be better now, you
Yeah.
had to buy it on your desktop like a book
Right.
and
Yes.
then sync it.
Yes. Correct.
This also has a touch screen and a store right in it. So I looked up a book and then I pressed $9.99 and then it was on my thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Very cool. Does it have that dark feature where, like, if it gets dark in the room, it changes the lighting?
Oh, it's paperwhite because I have migraines and I can't take the real screen.
That's amazing. So you don't have to wear your blue light glasses.
No, because, it like gives you a little warm light while you read.
That's amazing.
I know, I'm pretty
Very
happy.
excited.
What about
Well,
you?
mine is also cozy. You could wear it while you read a book. I
Mm.
am obsessed right now with fuzzy socks because I got some for Christmas, but now I need them all the time. So I literally went out and bought, like, at the dollar store, all of these, dollar store and Five Below have a lot of fuzzy socks, and just bought tons of them because I have to wear them every day now. I literally get home from work.
What?
Yes. No, I get home from work.
Uh-huh.
The first thing I do is change my clothes. I jump in the shower, and the second I get out, fuzzy socks goes on, and I sleep in them.
Oh, you sleep in them. Well, hold
Yeah.
on. This is kind of like you've given yourself a house shoe.
Yeah, I would say that, except it's more comfortable than a house shoe.
Depends on the house shoe, but because some
That's
of those
true.
slippers are real comfortable.
That's
I
true.
Yeah, but that's great. Now you're not tracking poop into your floors like we talked about on the Daily Happy.
Exactly, exactly. If you guys don't know about the Daily Happy, you should check that out. We talk about poop.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, what's on your wish list?
All right, my wish list is that I was more organized or that I was done organizing because I'm still kind of in the I have not yet perfected my tour routine.
Oh,
And I
okay.
don't expect it to be like perfected in the next 2 weeks, but
Yeah,
I'm way behind on
yeah,
that. I still have too much stuff with me, around me. So I still have to lose, like a quarter of what I'm carrying.
gotcha.
And part of this is also honestly because I packed like I toured 10 years ago
Yeah,
and my body cannot do it anymore. What I've realized is where I used to tour, um, 2 big bags and a carry-on, and I would be able to wheel those,
okay.
right? And I
Yeah.
have good luggage, everyone. Like the wheels are great on the luggage, it's light luggage. Um, my hands can't grip 2 bags together anymore
Oh,
and
no.
and maneuver them.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, no." Like, there is a significant difference in the amount of stuff I can carry as
Right.
before
Yeah,
that I was not prepared for, and I didn't pack for that. I
yeah,
packed like I always packed on
sure.
tour,
Yeah.
but I'm a different woman now.
But at least you know that, you know?
What?
I mean, that you know that you're different. You've now clocked in, "This is what I need.
Oh,
I need
sure,
to be
sure.
more organized."
And I've admitted it.
And you're exactly, that's what I
I
mean.
I cannot carry all this stuff. It is no
Right.
longer
Like, you're not
possible.
trying to be, the old Lulu. You're like, "I've
No,
now."
I'm now the old Lulu.
Ah.
Okay, what's on your wish
All
list?
right, ready for this? You're gonna be obsessed.
Oh,
There's this new product called Easy Plant.
okay.
Okay, you guys, I want this so bad. Okay, I can't keep plants alive. Wait until I buy this. They're expensive, but I want them. Self-watering technology.
Mhm.
Okay. Basically, they ship the plant to you, and it's like,
Oh, it
easy.
is a plant. It's
It's a
not a
real
thing to
plant.
put a plant in.
No, it's a plant and they're gorgeous. They come in these amazing pots. And so basically, you open the lid, you fill the reservoir with lukewarm water. That's it. Once a month,
What kind of plant?
all kinds of plants.
How?
It's all kinds. Like, I'm looking at pictures now. I
Oh,
don't
wait.
know.
It's a big reservoir and it kind of times the water over the
It,
month?
yeah. And it says
Aha.
it will never be unwatered or underwatered. And then it's like almost impossible to overwater it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's
And they're
cool though.
gorgeous.
Okay.
Like, beautiful, and they're so expensive.
Like how
But
expensive?
okay, so, like, they sell them in collections, but a small plant, and it's probably, like, small, like, I would say, what,
To put
10
on your
inches?
desk? To put on
Yeah,
your
like a
Okay.
desk plant. Those are $49
I
to
think
well, and
that's
up.
I think that's nice plant price.
Okay. Well, like, and then they have the category huge plant. The
Okay.
huge plants are $249.
Sure.
But they come in the cutest little, they're just cute, and they're all
Yeah,
kinds of,
big
they
plants
have
take a long time to grow.
that's true,
They
and
took
they
up
have
space in
figs.
their greenhouse for figs?
Yeah,
Did you say figs?
fiddle leaf figs.
Wait, like the ones you can eat?
I don't know, can you eat these?
You can eat figs and you can eat fiddle ferns.
Yeah, it says it's a fiddle leaf fig. It's native to the rainforest of Western and Central Africa.
Say it 5 times fast.
Fiddly fig, fiddly fig, fiddly fig, fiddly fig. It becomes one word after a
Yeah,
while.
it does. That was
Yeah.
actually easier than I thought it was gonna be.
All right. Well, we breezed through that. If you guys have a wish list or an obsession you want to talk to us about, let us know. We love to hear from you. We had a listener the other day. I think we talked about it that we talked about our Mio obsession and then it became her obsession. And so she's
Yeah,
very excited about it. It was Amber. She loves the Mio iced tea now. All right.
because
Now
she
it's,
lives in Texas.
oh, that's
I'm
right.
just saying, remember that Mio, it is not a blanket endorsement. We're saying try it. It might be delicious in the water where you live, and it might not be, as I discovered.
Well, that's what's funny because she emailed us and she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed now." So I replied and I said, "Did you hear Lulu talk about how it tastes different in different waters?" And she said, "Yes." She said, "The day after I wrote you, I heard it." And she laughed her butt off at the irony. It's a direct quote from Amber in Texas.
Laughed her butt off. That is a direct quote from Amber in Texas. Oh, hey,
Yes,
I do have news. We were models this week.
we were.
You wanna talk about irony?
Right?
So Allison and I, they don't listen to this podcast. Allison and I applied to be speakers at Podcast Movement Evolutions, which is going to be in
Mhm.
where is it? Vegas next month.
Yes.
And we didn't get in, which is okay, I guess.
So
But
start your petitions.
so start your write them now. And they, however, used our picture to sell it. Like, it's literally the ad. It's me and Alice
Yeah.
in full face. It's Christoph from I'm Totally, Absolutely a Big Deal podcast, uh, in the foreground, but he's not facing the camera. So it's really just me and Allison. I was like, of
Yeah.
course. They probably looked at that picture and they were like, look at the diversity.
I know. They're like, "Perfect." Oh gosh. I forgot
Uh,
also I had one other piece of listener mail that about obsessions. Remember when we talked about saltines with cheese was my obsession? Well,
yes.
Cindy wrote in and she said she was going off my obsession, but saltine crackers with butter are so good they need to be tried, she said. So I'm going to try it, Cindy.
Oh, I
I'm going to
mean,
report back.
it can't be terrible.
No, butter,
Yeah,
salt,
done.
bread.
Yeah, delicious. Okay.
All right, now it's time for
10K
10K
day.
day.
I always think you're prompting me into the other one because it's the same prompt.
It's a 10K dollar day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two. As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do. We buy top drawer, but we don't really pay. So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right, here comes the magic word.
Hi, this is Jeff Quagliata from the state of Connecticut. A big fan of the show. Hope I get my word picked. My word of the day is culinary.
Okay,
What a liquid you.
I would have never pronounced it like that.
I know, liquid you, right?
In fact, I had
Culinary.
to like second guess myself. I was like, is this the word I think it is? How would you say it just in case?
Oh, not that way. I would say culinary.
Okay, good. Because still to this moment, I was like, what if?
What
it's
if you
a
got the word wrong? What if you got the word wrong?
And the whole time I was thinking culinary, and it's actually a word called coolant.
Wait
How
a
do you
minute.
say it?
Hold on. Allison, I did not confirm with Jeff. You did not confirm with Jeff. We both could be wrong. Now that I think about it, I also was like, I don't pronounce that word that way, but I think he said culinary.
Oh my gosh, what if it's a totally different word?
Hold on. I'm going to just Google. I don't even know how to spell culinary if it's not culinary.
I've never heard it pronounced culinary.
Yeah, it's the art of standing in long lines.
I'm gonna spell it phonetically into Google and see what happens.
What are you spelling? Tell me the letters you're putting in.
Q Q
How many Q's are you putting in that word? We're here for a culinary day, right? A culinary day. And we are going to Oslo, Norway.
Ooh.
Uh huh. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
because last year, Norway was ranked by Taste Atlas as the world's worst cuisine.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we're going to prove them wrong.
Okay, so you're gonna find all the great restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, P.S. What I did originally, because I was like, oh, that word means culinary. I looked up the best restaurant in the world and I was like, oh, that's easy. I'll just go where the
Yeah.
best restaurant in the world is, except I can't because you went to it last week. It's literally Geranium in Copenhagen, which is where
Whoa, what
you
are the
went as the
odds?
Queen of Denmark. It is the number one restaurant in the world right now.
That's crazy.
I know. So instead, we're going to Norway where they say the food is terrible, but don't worry, Norwegians. We've gotcha. And there was an article that said, well, why do people think it's terrible? And they don't have a lot of native spices in Norway.
Okay.
So their home cooking food is very bland.
Oh, really? I would have never
Mhm.
guessed that.
Yeah, it says that Norwegian cuisine mainly consists of mutton, with we
Okay.
don't eat very often because it's
No.
cheap, right?
Yeah.
With a single vegetable, usually a potato or carrot, and salt and
Okay.
pepper, and that is it.
Man.
They didn't have a lot of vegetables there. They didn't have a lot of other types of meat.
Okay.
Growing crops was really hard in Norway, and therefore their food is just really plain and simple.
Yeah. Wow. I would have
Right.
never guessed that because I always think about anything like across the pond. I'm like, oh, exotic.
Well, and in Sweden, there was a lot of like fresh dill and lemon and capers and
Yeah.
red onion. Like I just remember lots of flavors in
Yeah.
Sweden, which is just across the other pond
Right. Yes,
from
it is.
Norway. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to stay at a hotel called the Amerikalinjen,
Okay.
which used to be the headquarters for the Amerikalinjen ship, which I think was not a cruise ship, but like just a big ship that would take Norwegians to America.
Okay.
This is where they used to have the headquarters. It says that adventure hungry Norwegians would always come to that place. It was known, like where you went to America, you would
Hmm.
go to that place. It's now a hotel.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yes, and it is beautiful. So
Nice.
we are going to stay in the Triton suite.
Okay.
It's very fancy. It has a TV on a tripod.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like a giant
I
flat
was trying
screen
to like,
TV is in the middle of the room because rich people are not clumsy.
what? Yeah, I don't know. Remember we talked about on the Daily Happy that
Oh,
big balloon sculpture.
that woman with this, yeah. So it's on a tripod. I've never seen a TV stand like it.
That's crazy. How does it stay up?
It's a
It's got to be
tripod.
bolted into the ground.
I don't know.
Because a tripod to me is like the three legs, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know. It's beautiful. It looks great. Anyway, has a TV on a tripod. It has a walk-in shower. It has a separate bathtub. It's hitting all the things for me.
Okay.
We are also going to get the honeymoon package, you and I, because it comes with champagne strawberries and macarons upon arrival and
Oh.
room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want macaroons upon arrival.
No, like why do only honeymooners get that? Sorry,
Yeah.
besties also. Thank you. So it is time to start our day. We have breakfast in the room, of course, just a little light breakfast. We're going to do
Okay.
that. And then we're going to go sunbathe on the
Ooh.
roof of the Oslo Opera House.
Ooh, okay.
It's kind of roof slash side. So the
Okay.
Oslo Opera House is very contemporary and it just has a lot of places you could be. Like it has balconies that look like the roof of the next part, but they also kind of go on the side. Like there's just a lot of places for you to drape yourself
Okay.
on this building. And apparently in the summer especially, it's a really popular place to sunbathe.
Okay.
So I got us a Peacock Alley Angelo King reversible blanket,
Oh.
right? Because we need to lie down.
Peacock?
The name of the company is Peacock Alley.
Oh, it's not like peacock feathers.
No. It's a
Gotcha.
reversible blanket.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying. It's a blend of baby alpaca and cotton yarns.
Okay.
And it's $1,070.
For a blanket?
I couldn't find anything else about it except that it's made from 52% alpaca, 48% cotton. There's nothing else. It doesn't even say like alpacas raised by monks on a mountain. Like it's just normal.
That is crazy.
And I even went to their website, like this company's website, because sometimes those resellers on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
But this is real.
Oh, that's insane. I want to just
$1,000.
touch it.
I want to touch it so bad. I know. Okay. So then there's a company in Oslo called Oslo Picnic Box. It's technically only open in the summer, but
Okay.
they started in COVID and it's really cute.
Okay.
Picnic boxes, because picnicking is super popular in Oslo in the summer. So we're
Nice.
going to get one of their little fresh boxes. It comes with like drinks and the cutlery and all the stuff. And it comes
Yeah.
in the eco-friendly box.
Okay.
And then because we want to be very considerate to our other sunbathing neighbors, you and I are both getting a pair of Bose Bluetooth sunglasses. Have you seen these?
Ooh, I haven't, but that sounds fun.
These are sunglasses. And Ray-Ban does this too, but Ray-Ban
Okay.
is a sunglass company
Yeah.
that has a Bluetooth feature so you can listen to your music. It conducts through your bone.
Oh.
My
Okay.
mom has a pair and I've tried it. It's cool.
Yeah, I've never tried that.
Bose also makes a competitor, but they're like an audio company. So I think that I would go with the audio company
I would too.
over the sunglass company
Yeah,
in this
100%.
particular case. Yeah.
Yes.
Plus you can get these prescription, everyone, just in case you
Yeah.
want to know. So these Bose Bluetooth sunglasses are $250 each. We've got a little $500. Now,
Yeah.
it says on the Oslo Opera House website that people love to come and like sunbathe. You can bring your picnic. You can bring your cub set.
Cub?
It could be Cube, Kubb.
Oh,
It could
okay.
be Cube. It could be Culinary. We're not sure what this word is, but it's Kubb. I've never seen this game before in my life.
Yeah.
It's like a lawn game where you set up stuff, then you toss stuff and it knocks it over.
Okay.
It's like one of those
Yeah.
things. I found an Amish-made cub set
Oh.
for $119.50, and that's on the website AmishToyBox.com.
Oh, it's all just Amish made things?
Yeah, who puts it on the internet for them?
Oh. They have to outsource that.
Okay,
Or aren't there people that are less Amish?
like Amish.
Yeah. You know how they're see, I was about to go. I know there are some like Orthodox Jews, and then there's like Jewish people.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
before everyone starts writing us letters, let's just say we don't know. And you're saying, are there sects of Amish people who are less strict than
Correct.
other? And yes, I do think
Yeah,
that is
so
true.
I think that maybe they team up with the wholehearted Amish, and then they,
Yeah, you're right.
upload
Or
to the
maybe this
internet.
is just what one kid did on Rumspringa.
Yeah,
He
or that.
He was like, I'm going to change your life. Okay, just give me 1 year. I'll set it all up. I'll write the algorithm. We're done. Okay, so you can get an Amish-made Cub Cube set for
Got it.
$119.50. And while I was there, I picked up some other stuff. So I also
Okay.
got a wooden aggravation marble game.
Aggravation?
I don't know any of these games, Allison. This one had marbles
Yeah,
and like
okay. Sure.
little divots. Because yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
they've been the same games for years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
So like they're pretty simple. $136.50 for that. They're beautifully made. They're
That's
like
cool.
handmade and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have our little picnic outside. We're gonna play our Amish games because
Okay.
that's what you do in Oslo.
Yeah.
And then we're going to lunch at one of the coolest places I've ever seen on one of our days.
Okay.
It is not themed cool, but if you want a culinary day, this is it. So brunch is going to be at a place called Hrimnir Ramen.
Okay. Ooh, ramen.
Oh, it's a ramen place, but what they've decided is ramen is a definition of savory broth, or they say umami rich broth,
Okay.
noodles, and toppings, right?
Okay.
So they've completely released themselves from using any ingredients from Japanese ramen.
Okay.
And instead, they're using all Norwegian ingredients.
Oh, interesting.
So they have like, instead of soy, they make soy sauce, but they make it like from different things, like in Norway. So it's not at all. They say it's not going to taste like Japanese ramen at all. It
Oh,
kind of looks like Japanese ramen.
okay.
They're definitely inspired by that, and they call themselves a ramen place. But it's all Norwegian ingredients and Norwegian flavors.
That's cool.
Right? Like, I
Yeah,
think
I
that'd
love
be
that.
cool. And they say that they don't think it is. They're on their website. They're like, "Oh, is this actually ramen?" And they say, "Well, in Japan, a lot of the most popular chefs right now are the ones that are putting a spin on it. Like they're using a Szechuan chili oil, or they're using
Oh, gotcha.
olive oil, or they're just like shaking up." So they're saying this is just kind of extending that tradition.
That's cool. That's cool. I love that.
Regardless, I think it's probably delicious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right. So if you're going to buy anything in Oslo, you should buy something culinary. And
Okay.
it should be a cheese slicer,
Oh, okay.
because this is where it was invented and they are very proud of it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Specifically the cheese slicer that looks like a wedge
Okay.
that you put horizontally over cheese and it like shaves a curl up.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
That one was invented. They're so proud of it. This is on like every website about Oslo. That was invented by Thor Björklund.
Thor. I love it.
And you can find them cheap. I got one for $30, and you can actually buy it here on the States at nordicnest.com. That link will be in the newsletter.
Nice.
All right, time to go to the mini bottle gallery.
Okay.
This is the world's largest collection of miniature bottles.
Oh,
It was
okay.
started because some kid got a miniature bottle and then he just kept collecting them, and now he has a collection
Oh,
of 53,000 bottles.
okay.
And they have a museum, and there's only 12.5 thousand of them on display, which means like, oh man, I can't do this math. 4 or 5, like almost 5 times it's almost 1/5 of the collection.
That's insane.
I know. That's insane. It's over 50 different installations, over 3 floors. It's miniature bottles from all corners of the world, different themes. And then there's a slide in the museum. I don't really know why
A
there's a slide,
slide.
but they're like, "And there's a slide." I'm like,
I
"I don't
mean,
understand this place."
I like that as an and.
True. So I'm going to donate to them
Okay.
a set of old pharmacy bottles that I found online. They're teeny
Okay.
little miniature
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah.
I found a set of 37. I'm going to buy them and just be like, "Hey, do you have these? I feel like you'd want them."
Yeah. Okay.
These are cute. These are those little bottles that they used to have like in apothecaries. So they still have the labels on them, like the aspirin, the bismuth, stuff like that we don't even know
Okay.
what they are. Okay, well that set costs $976
Whoa.
for
Okay.
37 old bottles. I'm going to
Love
donate
it.
that. Then I'm going to rent out this gallery, which you can do for
Oh,
$1,000.
I mean, that's cool.
And my first original idea was, I'm going to do an art installation that involves people.
Okay.
And I'm going to invite anyone who has an Austin Mini, the car,
Okay.
in Norway
Yeah.
to come into the Mini Bottle Museum so that I can say the Mini owners are in the Mini Museum. And that to me was going to be funny. But it was hard to Google. I like
No,
Googled
no,
how
no, I
many
get it.
people own Austin Minis in Norway. It was like, it didn't work out.
That's
But what I
funny.
did find was a 1959 Austin Mini, the old one,
Okay.
for sale in Norway.
Oh,
Now
that's
it's
cool.
25,000 pounds. I can't afford that.
Right.
But I'm going to rent it for a day
Okay.
to do my art installation, okay?
Love it.
So I'm going to take the car. I'm going to park it inside the museum. I don't know how.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take the rest of their mini bottles that are not on display
Okay.
and put them in the car.
Okay.
Now, that's minis in the mini museum. I'm gonna pay $1,000 to rent the car. Now the museum's gonna be nervous. And we're like, you can't put the car in here. You can't like move
No
our
matter how
stuff.
small it is.
Exactly. So I'm gonna pay them an extra
Okay.
$960.38.
Okay.
And they're going to be like, you're right. That's exactly the amount of money that we needed to feel safe about this. Thank you. Now it's time for, I guess all I have to do is eat. And now I have lunch and dinner right next to each other. But here we go. It's a culinary day. So for late lunch, we're going to Mathalan Food Hall.
Okay.
And this is like a really cool indoor food hall. And they have pictures of all the different cuisines and it looks really exotic and it's fun.
Okay.
So we're each going to spend $50 each on food.
Okay.
And then I gave us $50 each for like the stuff you end up buying at a food hall.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you always end up buying a candle or there's an apron or a sticker of the city. Like there's just stuff.
Yeah. I love that.
Around, right?
Yeah.
So then we have a little extra budget. And then you and I are going to dinner at Mahimo. There's so many vowels in this word and I don't know where they go. It's like 2 A's and an E. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I have gone there before in a 10K day. There is an Oslo episode from 2018. The episode is called It's Harry Potter.
Okay.
And I went there before, but we didn't really talk about it that much. And we're not going to talk about it that much now. All you have to know is 2 things. Their chef looks like a chef in a movie.
Okay.
His picture is like this blonde, strapping man with his arms crossed like this and his chef hat on. And he's like, come eat my food. Like it's amazing.
Okay.
The next thing you need to know is that dinner and the prestige wine pairing.
Okay.
For one person. Or do you want the 1-person price or the 2-person price? They're both impressive.
Do 1 person and then 2 person.
Okay. 1 person is $1,114.81, which means, Allison, our dinner for 2 will cost us without tip $2,229.62.
That's insane.
Without tip.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That might be one of the most expensive dinners that we've had on this show.
Possibly. If we were to pay tip on that, which we would, everyone, but I just forgot to factor it in on the 10K day. I know we're both not good at math. So how much do you think we'd be paying in tip? Gut feeling.
Gut feeling?
Everyone good at math is like, what do you mean gut feeling? The numbers are there. But yeah, gut feeling.
Yeah, gut feeling for me. Are we doing 15 or 20?
20.
Great. 400?
445.
Okay.
450. We would be paying $450 in tip.
That's crazy. That's as much as the most expensive meal we've ever eaten together. Just the tip.
Come find our new podcast where we look at expensive meals and whether we can afford the gratuity. You can find it wherever you get podcasts. Find it yourself. All right.
It's called Just the Tip.
I was trying to get around that. Did you hear me say you can find it yourself? Like, what is wrong with you? Well, that brings my total to $10,000.
Yes. Oslo. Lulu, do you love going down rabbit holes?
You know I do.
Oh, man, me too. And you know what a great start of a rabbit hole is?
The word rabbit.
Yes, but also the Daily Happy. Every time I listen to it, it puts me down a rabbit hole. I get to Google things. I get to find out more. Have you heard about this podcast?
You better believe it. I sure have. 10 minutes a day, right? I think about it for 20 minutes a day.
Yeah, only 10 minutes. No longer, no shorter. There's even a timer. And it's so easy to ingest. And then I can Google stuff at my own time.
That's right. It's low fiber and high entertainment.
The Daily Happy. Find it wherever you found this podcast. All right. So that's what Lulu would do with $10,000
in the place where you can prove them wrong about how bad they are at culinary things. Oslo, Norway.
But this is what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. All right. So, my charity. Now, of course, when I heard the word culinary and thought culinary, who do I think of? Gordon Ramsay himself all the time. So, I actually did some research. Gordon and Tanya Ramsay have a foundation and they support the Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children. And so they do a ton of things every year that gives back to them. This is a hospital in the UK that supports and helps the most seriously ill children. So they help the doctors, they help the nurses, they help the research when they're, going in and trying to battle these complex illnesses. So check them out. The acronym is GOSH, which is so cute because when I hear the word gosh, I think of kids like gosh, gosh, gosh. So check them out. That link will be in our newsletter. What do you
That's
have?
right. Okay, I have one of my favorite charities of all time,
Okay.
and hopefully you've heard of it. It's World Central Kitchen.
Oh, I have heard of that.
Yeah, they're around a lot right now,
Yeah,
right?
that's great.
So, World Central Kitchen, everyone, you've probably seen their work. They are run by or founded by Chef Jose Andres,
Hmm.
who is amazing, and he believes that everyone should have access to food because he works in food all the time. And therefore, he has created this really beautiful organization called World Central Kitchen. And as soon as a tragedy or disaster strikes, they are there. I
Yeah,
think they were in Ukraine like within 12 or 24 hours of the invasion. Like they're not scared of going where people need food, even if it's dangerous,
right.
even if it's not, not
Yeah.
convenient to give.
Yep.
And so, as of today, they have already served more than 1 million meals in
Oh,
Turkey and Syria
so
from
cool.
that terrible earthquake that has happened. That is just
Yeah.
heartbreaking to watch all the news. And so, when you're thinking about like, what can I give? What can I do? And if you're looking at that second appetizer and you're like, should I get that? Maybe shift $10 of that over to World Central Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. And if you have a charity that you want us to talk about, please email us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com. And in fact, we want to talk about a cause that we're supporting right now, and it actually comes from one of our listeners. So, Erin, you reached out to us and you told us about your daughter, Abigail, who actually you would have heard her voice on this podcast. She gave us a word a few months ago. Well, Abigail, she's a longtime listener of the Daily Happy and 10K Dollar Day, and she has the opportunity to represent the USA for swimming in the Tricolor Youth Sports Games. So
Ooh.
she is traveling from Texas to Italy in July. She is a straight A student in seventh grade. She's at a STEM school. She wants to have a business. She's wanted to own a business since she was 9 years old. She recently started a soy candle business locally, and she's going to announce that website soon. We'll have that for you guys. And so she needs to raise $3,000. This includes her flights, the dormitory, the food, everything. And it's her and her swim team of 12. So when this episode comes out, please sign up for our newsletter. We're going to have the link to donate to Abby in our newsletter. Erin is keeping us posted on how much she's raising so that we can all stay in the know and get excited for Abby. So, Abby, we're so excited to support you. And thank you, Erin, for reaching out because we love to help.
Erin has also reached out to us as well for any Italy trips or first time send your kid to Europe on a different flight than your mom is on trip.
Yeah.
So if everybody has tips like that to help Erin out, because she was like, listen, travel podcast people, help me out. So Erin, first of all, I can tell you which cocktails to drink in the airport. Don't forget, they're cheaper on the plane. That's hint number one. But hint number two will get you some real advice soon. And all the things. This is so exciting. We're
I
going to need
know.
lots of pictures. We're going to need you to be the reporter on the
Oh,
street
yes.
in Italy for us this year. All right? Cool.
Yes. All right. So now we're going to go to happies. So, my
Mm.
happy this week is that we are having our first dance competition of the season. And the reason I love dance competitions is because, as much as I work and I'm at the studio, and even now it's a little bit of a different hat because I need to be there for every single solo and every single dance and be very present. But I
Oh.
also like the fact that I feel like I can just be a mom for a weekend and I just have to be present. It's a very different feeling. I just have to show up and I have to just be there. I have to be supportive and present.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I
You're not running it. You're not.
right.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a really I love it for that reason. I just get to pack my kids up. I'm not performing. I get to watch them. I just have to be a cheerleader. And so it's kind of a nice feeling for me because I'm so much always either performing or writing or organizing. And this weekend it's done. So now I just have to get them there, get all the kids there, get them where they're supposed to be, and then I just get to be there. And that
Yeah.
makes me feel happy. It's 3 days of just being present and, the biggest, love language to them.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much. That was so sweet. I love you.
Oh, I love you. What's your happy?
Not as cool as yours.
I was waiting for you to be like, Cheetos.
Well, it kind of is. It's the dumb, I mean, it's great, but it's the Reading Terminal Market, which is the indoor market here in Philadelphia. You and I went there. It's where you ate the banana, the chocolate covered banana.
That's a huge happy. That's one of my favorite places on earth.
Yeah, I know. It's so
That
good,
was
right?
so good.
I know.
want to go
So,
back so bad.
well, you should have come and visited
I
me
know
in
I should have. I
Philadelphia.
should have.
So in Philadelphia, everyone, is the Reading Terminal Market, and it is in an old train station, I think. I think that's why they call it Reading Terminal, right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. And it's an indoor food hall, and they have some little craft stores and stuff too, like artisan stores, but it's mostly a food hall.
Okay.
And you can go there for lunch, which I've done a few times because it's a 7-minute walk from the theater. So I've been able to go in there and get really great food. They have a Filipino food stall. They had
Ooh,
really great
yeah.
lumpia. I got amazing ribs there that I heated up in my air fryer. I mean,
Okay.
I am killing the world,
That's
right?
really
Like
cool.
the donuts were great. And I was there
Yeah.
on Fat Tuesday and they had a special Fat Tuesday donuts that day.
So
But
cool.
they also have full on butchers grocery like fruit and vegetable stands, and like the butchers here are so different than the ones that we have in Florida because there's a lot of, well, or in Orlando, just because there's a lot of smoked meats that we don't have. So they'd have like smoked turkey legs, smoked pork necks, smoked
Oh,
all
okay.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's just a really cool place to like walk around and see
Yeah.
what's happening. And I have eaten some delicious food in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
that's so cool. All right, now it's time for my favorite part of the episode. It's time for
10K Roleplay.
Okay, are you ready, Allie?
Yep.
Okay, Allison. So, in this culinary day, I went to culinary, I went to chef, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, you are a person very offended by the Swedish chef character in the Muppets. This, by the way, comes from reality. My Swedish friends are highly offended by this character. They do not think it is flattering. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Miss Borkador. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I can't do that. They'll be mad. What if I was like, Herbert?
Oh no.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Oh, you okay? Sorry, you must be on the wrong side of the bed. All right, well, let's just dive right in. What is your obsession today?
Well, I'll tell you what my obsession isn't. We don't normally cut this, but I'm going to start that again. Well, I'm going to tell you what my obsession isn't. It's not Swedish meatballs. I think they're disgusting. They're smothered in like gravy and it's gross. Just meat and sauce. So everyone needs to just eat vegetables. That's my obsession is vegetables. Anything with the word Swedish attached to it is stupid.
Okay. Okay. That's good. All right. What's on your wish list?
I wish that my letters to Sesame Street and to the Jim Henson production staff would be taken seriously. I write them letters once a week. I write it on the same type of paper with the same type of pen, and I put the same sticker on it so that they know it's coming from me. And I tell them weekly how they need to take that Swedish chef off of their website, right? Because they
Yeah.
don't. They don't take him off. And I've even written the guy who was his voice. His name's Martin. And I wrote him, it's not really Martin. I wrote him and I said, listen, if I can't get this done, taking the Swedish chef off of the website, then maybe you can help. And no answer, nothing. Nobody ever writes me back.
So just to clarify,
Yeah,
you hate the Swedish chef. Why?
because he is offensive. And
Because why?
because because that's not a real Swedish accent. He's just like making fun of it. Like Swedish people actually speak words. They don't just go hoity toity, right? They say things. They're actual people, right? And why do we have to put the word Swedish in front of it? Why can't he just be the ignorant chef? You know, because he also like doesn't really know how to cook, and he like, it just makes fun of the Swedes. And listen, it's just that it's just not right. He doesn't even know how to make pancakes. He like opens pancake mix and it goes all over the place. Swedish people are very good cooks. So he's not representing them in a real way. He's not speaking Swedish correctly. He's doing the harble garble. And then he's not even cooking correctly. He's not Swedish or a chef.
All right. Well, if you had $10,000 to spend in one day, how would you do it?
I'll tell you what I would do. I would start to create, I'd need a lot more than 10K, but I would start to create my own animation and put it on public access TV. And it would be in response to the Swedish chef and all the bad things that I feel like he represents in the Muppet community. So I would create almost like a judge courtroom scene in my animation where the Swedish chef would come in and we would and it would be a whole episode about it. And you know what? He would go down. So spoiler alert, he goes down and then he's no longer part of the Muppets anymore. That would be what I make.
Wow, that's very creative.
Yeah.
Oh, how would you give 10,000 away?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to give 10,000 away to a actual Swedish chef. I'm going to do my research and I'm going to find him on the Google app or the takeachef.com and I'm going to say, "Listen, you're a real Swedish chef. You deserve 10K." I bet that fake Swedish chef guy who does the voice, Martin, it's not really his name. I bet he has way more than 10K and he didn't even do any of this right. So I'm going to give it to a real Swedish chef who knows how to cook and who can speak with the accent because that's where he was born and raised.
Good for you. Good for you. This militancy is
Yeah.
really inspiring. All right. So what's your happy?
Well, my happy is that finally my letters to you worked out and you had me on this podcast. I've been emailing and sending the letters with my stickers for a long time now and it finally paid off. So thanks for having me. This is my happy. I'm getting my voice out there. Swedish chef coming for you and I won't stop. Not going to stop. You can't stop me.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here and good luck with your cause.
Thanks.
All right. I'm ready. So mad about everything.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, you're having a bad day.
Yeah. Are you ready?
From the look on your face, I don't think I am.
I'm going to read exactly what I wrote.
What time of the night was it when you wrote it?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm ready.
For your 10K role play, you are the son of the Swedish chef from the Muppets. For real? Yes, that's why I was dying inside.
But that's so random. How?
Oh my my God. I'm going to put together a whole clip of you first telling me that, and you're going to see my eyes change.
Okay. Wait, I'm the son? I'm the son
You're
of the
the
chef?
son of the Swedish chef.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hi there, son of the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Hello.
What is your current obsession?
Well, my obsession is the fact that I can't do that. That's offensive, right? That's offensive.
I don't know, but in like
I
Frozen,
can't
it
tell.
wasn't. The guy who says "Big Summer Blowout." Like
Okay, I
everyone
got
loved
it.
that.
Okay. No, I'm ready.
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
ask me again what my obsession is.
Okay, what's your obsession?
Oh, my obsession are the new exercises I'm doing with my diaphragm. They help me breathe. I'm doing it right now. So my voice goes up and down because actually I'm working my ab muscles all the time.
That's good. All right, what's on your wish list?
Oh, well, tomorrow is my dad's birthday, and I'd like to get him a Martin guitar, even though that's not his name. Because he likes to play the guitar, he has those real hands. So he can do all the fret work.
Oh, that's good. Okay, if you had $10,000 for yourself, what would you do with it?
Oh, well, first I'd get me a water bottle because doing your abs all the time is hard. But also, if I had $10,000, I would get my father a new outfit because all he wears is the chef clothes all the time. I've never seen him in any other clothes. He won't take his hat off. We had to make all the doors extra tall in the house. So I would just get him a new wardrobe so we could have normal doors.
Perfect. Oh, okay. How would you give away $10,000?
I would give it to other chefs who have my father's affliction.
Okay.
I don't know if people know that my father, not Martin, the famous Swedish chef, has a condition that forces his hands to be disproportionate from his body. And while they are very useful, they are a different texture from the rest of his skin. And so it actually happens to people who have grown up cooking too soon. They burn all of the felt off of their hands and they become skin hands. And then they are officially a cook. But my father would like to have it remedied. He would like the felt back on his hands. So I would give it to him for a felt transplant at the Henson Hospital.
Oh my God, your brain. Oh. All right. And finally, what's your happy?
My happy is that after I talk to you, I will be done exercising. And, I'm just going to stop now. And hi, so I'm stopping now. And what my happy is actually that I'm done and I can go take a nap. And I'm just going to eat some like Chef Boyardee later and like just like chill. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds great. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
What are the odds?
I don't know. That was weird.
Oh, so weird. Okay. Guys, if you like the weird, Lulu talked about Patreon. So you can go to 10kdollarday.com/Patreon. And for as little as $2 a month, you can help us keep the weird going. All right. That ends our podcast. Thanks so much for being here. We're so excited to talk to you every single week. Remember, you can also see this podcast on YouTube. So check it out at youtube.com/10K Dollar Day. All right. 10K Dollar Day is produced by 10K Dollar Day LLC. Intro by Stan Collins. The 10K logo by Jacob McAllister. The 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose. The Vintage 10K Saturday episode voiceover by Charlie Hume. Let's end this the way we end it every week with friends like us.
Who needs amenities?